Hi again. We're reaching the end of the chapter in John Wesley Brady's This Freedom, Whence, England Before and After Wesley. The chapter entitled The Spirit of Equity and Fellowship, summarizing Wesley's achievements in many areas. And one last achievement, here it is, it's entitled An Outburst of Sacred Song. With the assisting genius of Brother Charles, Wesley caused the masses to break forth into song. Carlyle, in his essay on Robert Burns, says, "Let me make a nation songs, and I care not who makes its laws." His epigram, if exaggerated, rings true. Charles Wesley made the songs of the more earnest of the working populace of his day, and John Wesley's marvelous organization taught the people to sing and love them. Multitudes up and down the land, including erstwhile drunkards, prostitutes, gamblers, and thieves, as they joined in the refrain, "My chains fell off, my heart was free. I rose, went forth, and followed thee." We're singing from the depths of a miraculous personal experience. Thousands, too, who struggled for mean raiment and scanty bread, rose in ecstasy on the wings of faith as they sang, "Riches unsearchable in Jesus' love we know, and pleasures from the well of life our souls overflow." Such triumphant songs, even if they infuriated the pedants of the time, were no opiate, no soporific. Rather, they were the portents and harbingers of better days on earth, the invigorating strains of a cloud of witnesses whose conception of social reform started with the moral reformation of their own lives. The popular hymns and choruses of the revival contained no trace of ranting jingo or syncopated clamor. They bore no kinship to the uproar and fury of modern jazz or to the somber, sullen rumbling of totalitarian chants of hate. This new hymnology, born of a new and vital experience, was expressive of noble aspirations. It strove to penetrate the purpose, meaning, and end of life. It pointed the relationship between heaven and earth, between time and eternity. It radiated an atmosphere of peace and progress, of harmony and cooperation. It symbolized the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man, the triumph of faith and the immortality of the soul. And it was expressed in music at once lyrical, soulful, and sweet. The evangelical movement gave to the British Empire and to America their richest heritage of sacred song. Such songs were an effect rather than a cause. The new life created by the revival had to express itself in sacred praise, but it by no means stopped there. The fact is that Wesley, and the movement of which he was the leader, brought to the neglected masses the boon of hope and aspiration, of self-respect and self-control. They removed from them the dead hand of an inferiority complex. Yet they implanted no superiority complex. Without the sobriety, discipline, and joyous fellowship, the training and cooperation, and the new consciousness of human dignity and divine purpose, which the revival brought to countless humble folk, the self-help and social reform movements following in steady succession could never have been born. England, without the moral cleansing, mental stimulus, and spiritual vision which this mighty awakening brought, was ripe for disintegration and chaos. With them, she began gradually to lead the world in humanitarian achievement. I put in a link to an appreciation of Charles Wesley's hymns by Victor Shepherd, our former pastor.